I have three news stories for you. Firstly, we'll talk about Ethiopian government's decision to close its embassies. Yesterday, Ethiopian government announced closure of its embassies in Egypt and Ireland. Irish government has been trying to put pressure upon Ethiopian government through UN Security Council for the imposition of sanctions on Ethiopian government regarding Tigray conflict. Secondly, General Tsadkan of Tigray Defense Force yesterday spoke. He talked about several important points. We'll discuss what he said. Lastly, Oromo Liberation Army is sharing videos, pictures of its newly graduated fighters. Why is that OLA is not making any considerable difference? Why is that OLA is still not in control of any strategic places in Oromia? We'll talk about that. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian government is closing its embassies in several countries. In July, Ethiopian government announced to close its embassies in around 30 countries. So first we saw a closure of Ethiopian embassy in Algeria. Then yesterday we heard that Ethiopian government was closing its embassy in Egypt and Ireland. Relations between Ethiopia and Ireland, Ethiopia and Egypt have not been very friendly over the past few months. Egypt has been putting pressure upon Ethiopian government regarding the filling of Ethiopian Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Despite pressure and threats from Egyptian and Sudanese governments, Ethiopian government completed second filling of the dam. Now Ethiopian government says that due to financial constraints, it is closing its embassy in Egypt. Same is the case with Ireland. Ethiopia was on the verge of recalling its ambassador to Ireland because Ireland was one of those countries which requested a UN Security Council session for the imposition of sanctions on Ethiopian government. Now we are hearing that Ethiopia is closing its embassy in Ireland too. Is it a wise decision to shut to outside world? If you have differences, if you have disagreements with other countries, should you close your embassies in all these countries? If you're facing financial constraints, does it mean that you should close your embassy, you should shut yourself to the outside world? I think that Ethiopian government is trying to cement its relations with African countries. Yes, Ethiopian government is going into a shell. Its engagement with the West, with the US, and with those countries which are criticizing Ethiopian government. Ethiopian government's engagement with those countries is becoming less and less. Ethiopia is one of those countries in the Horn of Africa, in Africa, which have had relations with all countries, major powers, Western countries, US. But now there is this significant shift in Ethiopian government's strategy about how to deal with the outside world. Secondly, viewers, General Tsadkan yesterday spoke, one of the key generals of Tigray Defense Force. He made 4 important points in his talk. Firstly, he said, generals of Tigray Defense Force are making a new force, not for this war, but for the future of Tigray. So Tigray Defense Force is in the making, not for this war only, which is going on in Amhara region, but Tigray wants an independent army. Ethiopian government has been criticizing Tigray's decision to build an army. Ethiopian government says that regional government can have regional forces, they can have police forces, but if they embark on making armies, it means that they're going against the law, the constitution. Secondly, Tsadkan said that everything is going according to the planning. He was talking about military operations. He said that after Ras Alula operation, everything is going according to the planning. In some areas, TDF did stop fighting. It was according to the plan. I do not agree with Tsadkan here. Tsadkan was talking about cutting off Djibouti-Ethiopia road. So where is this planning? TDF had to withdraw from afar. TDF suffered losses there. TDF tried to penetrate Western Tigray. It could not. TDF wanted to cut off two roads linking Gondar with Western Tigray. It could not. So everything is not going according to planning. But military strategy means reviewing of your planning. Yes, that is what TDF is doing. It's continuously reviewing its planning. Its planning has suffered setbacks, which it is bound to. War is a dynamic sort of phenomena, viewers, and things change with every passing day. So you have to be flexible. Your planning should be flexible as well. And thirdly, viewers, he talked about new recruits, new officers joining TDF. He says that that educated youth is joining TDF, the youth who understands the science of war, and the youth is learning from seasoned TDF generals, and that is how a formidable new force is in the making in Tigray. Lastly, was Oromo Liberation Army, OLA, has shared more videos and pictures of its graduation ceremony. OLA has graduated some new fighters. I shared some videos with you yesterday. Why is that OLA is still not in control of strategic towns and cities in Oromia? Well, not entire Oromia is behind OLA, viewers. Abiy is Oromo. He won lots of seats in June 21st election from Oromia. Oromos see him as representative of Oromia region. That is why Oromia is not united behind Oromo Liberation Army. No matter what OLA says, Oromia is not united behind Oromo Liberation Army. Tigray is united behind Tigray Defense Force. That is the main difference between OLA and TDF. Watch a video showing OLA's graduation ceremony, graduating its newly trained fighters. Thank you for watching.